So another exercise in this one. Now, having seen some of the very basic stuff, now is the time to go into technical strength. Right? So in session, what are we covering? We are covering all bullish stocks in 15 minutes on stock basket FNO. So going back, resetting the criteria, going into strength, all bullish stocks, 15 minutes. Okay? All bullish stocks, 15 minutes FNO. Right? So it will find all bullish stocks. Right, all bullish stocks in this thing. Right now, if you want to, this will show you all bullish stocks. Right now, if you want to see that which is even more bullish than others, right? So these are the stocks which are the most bullish stocks in this criteria, right? So PVR looks like the most bullish stocks in 15 minutes. When you look at the chart, PVR on 15 minutes chart looks pretty aggressive, right? Same thing is on 15 minutes, it has gone up and still maintaining there, and the chances of going up is higher, right? So this is how we find these things. A lot of moving averages, a lot of technical indicators come, and before we calculate these figures. Okay. So this is how you will create, this is how you will filter stocks on a particular criteria. You have an option of choosing strong bullish or mild bullish and other things that you're interested in. If you're looking at strong bearish, you want to do this thing on 15 minutes, run this. You'll find two stocks which are bearish as of yesterday on 15 minute stick. When you click on this, stock clearly getting down, right? And this one is also falling pretty steeply, right? So these are very bearish stocks. If you look at some of the support, resistance, and other stuff, they look very bad. Right? So this is how you can quickly filter stocks depending on what you want to do, whether intraday or end of the day, swing trading, long term, mid term. Depending on what you are looking for, you can choose one of the criteria here. Find top 10% of the bearish stocks in 30 minutes. So resetting it, going back to strength, technical rank, bearish, then 90% of the stocks on daily tick. Let's put daily ticks, keep it simple, right? Run it. So these are the stocks which are most bearish when it comes on daily tick. So looking at the stocks, you'll see that right, movement is continuously down, right, falling pretty badly, right? So that's how you'll filter some of the stocks which are bearish, right? You'll not find too many bearish stocks because the market is generally up, right? When you change it to strong bullish, you'll find too many, find very good quality stock, right? Very good quality stock because market is up, and on top of it, these are performing way above the regular markets, right? See, brilliant, right? Excellent movements of these stocks, right? So this can act as one of the first filters of your strategy, right? You can always enable, disable, like what we have seen a while back. Next one in this thing is stock returns greater than 50%. Stock returns, so resetting back, strength, returns, 1 year return above 50%. And this, yeah, right? So these are the stocks which has given excellent returns. For example, Adani, again, Adanis are coming here. Right? So 83%, 135, 235% return. Looking at this one, what return we are looking at? 1 year. So, right? So if you look at 1 year, right? See, so 0% is here, and on left hand side, if you see the actual percentage. So in the chart, what you can see is on right hand side is the value, on left hand side is the change since the start of the chart. So in this case, start of the chart is 1 year only. Right? Bottom is the volume. You can zoom in, zoom out. Play. Of course, we'll cover the chart features in the section dedicated to it. Next here is 1 year relative strength vis-a-vis Nifty Midcap. So coming here, reset, strength, 1 year Nifty Midcap 50 greater than 20%. Greater than 20%. So run the screen. Right. So this is where it is giving you better returns than Nifty Midcap by at least 20%. So if you see the best performer here is Adani Transmission again. Right. So compare with see the results. 1 year is what we selected. You see the divergence here, right? So Nifty Midcap is hovering somewhere around 10%. This guy has gone all the way up to 90%, right? So that's where you see the difference. So if you want to see the difference between the two, this is the difference, right? 83 versus 8. So this is 69% relative strength vis-a-vis Nifty Midcap. 6 months index relative to this thing. Now, what we are comparing here is a different thing, right? So far, we have been comparing stocks with index. Now, here is where we are comparing index with another index, right? Using relative strength. So what that means is, all right. So go back here, go into strength, relative strength. So what we are selecting is, it is better than, let's say, 5% 1 year. And here we are not selecting any stocks, we are selecting other indices. The other indices could be auto, could be pharma, could be bank, could be another broad-based index like mid-cap, micro-cap, or so on and so forth. So what we are doing is, instead of these broad-based index, what we are selecting is, in the sector, select index and select all. Right? So this will give you, right, this will give you those index which are performing better than Nifty. So which is on top? If you see on the top is this one, energy. Energy is doing best, right? In last 1 year compared to Nifty, energy is doing good. Nifty VIX, auto, these are doing good. A lot of stocks, if you change it to below, so these are the stocks which are not doing as well as Nifty, right? For example, this one. Okay, these are growth index. So let's look at some of these things. Bank Nifty is not performing as good as Nifty, right? Then Nifty Alpha is not performing as good as Nifty, right? In last 1 year, FinService is not performing as good as that, right? So why this is important, right? Is because it will give you an idea that which sector and which sectorial index is doing good, right? Will help you to filter the sector. A lot of times filtering the sector, particularly the particularly some of the sectors, right? If they are performing good, then obviously a lot of attention is there. Or some of the sectors which are hammered badly, there's always a possibility of people leaving those stocks and moving to a greener pasture, which is giving better returns. Right? So that's how you will use the strength index, relative strength index here. Next one in this one is profitability, right? So what we have covered so far is basically on the technical side. Let's look at some of the fundamental side also. What we are doing is stock basket 200, all mid to high stocks using this index, top 20%. So let's go reset this one. We choose profitability index, all profitable. Right? Plus we want is on profitable, we want better than top 80%. Right? So all profitable stocks and which are definitely in top 20%. Right? So mixing two criteria. We remove the index because there will not be too many index in terms of profit. There will not be any stocks because index don't have the financial ratios. We'll go into FNOs. Yeah, right. So these are all profitable stocks and which are in top in top 20%. Right. So when you look at this looks like IRCTC. Morning also the same stock came in. Nalco. These are pretty good in terms of profitability when you look at Nalco. Right? And look at maybe look at key fundamentals or historical ratios. Key fundamentals. You'll see that from profitability perspective, right? Everything looks green over here, right? Bearing ROIC, where I'm not sure why it is. So it is 0, right? So it's not like a red. Since it's 0, it should be shown as neutral, I believe, rather than red. Right? So majority of these things, right, are in green. Majority of the profitability ratios are green. That's why it's coming in top this thing. Right? If you want to see where the profitability index is, so profitability index is almost at 80%, which is pretty high. So is stability. Right? So from stability, profitability, and value perspective, this is a good stock. From technical perspective on daily strength, it's again not bad. Right? It's like still on the mild bullish side. Now, okay, there was a question here, Hitesh. How we can compare index with script? Yeah, okay. Comparing index with script is basically reset everything. Okay, everything is reset here. You want to compare. Okay, two ways of it. Number one is basically you can create a watch list of the index that you are interested in and compare with that with the stocks that you are interested in, or you can go into relative strength. Relative strength, if you want to compare against a particular index, for example, let's say, which one should we look at? Let's say small cap 250, right? On a period, 1 year, 1 week to 2 years. Let's say we're looking at 3 months period here, and we want relative strength better than Nifty small cap. So since we have selected small cap, it makes better sense to have a small cap also here above, let's say 10%. So we go and change to small cap. So these are the stocks which are doing better than small cap, right? And the stocks are also from that same stock basket, right? For example, Asai India or these many Bajaj Electricals, right? When you look at this thing, then compare it. You see that the stock is performing much better on a 1 year period. What period did we select here? 3 months. Okay, so 3 months. Right? So you see the stock is performing much better than the other one. You want to see the next stock in the line. Right? So that's how you can quickly look at the stocks, right? How it is comparing vis-a-vis its base index. We have the base index here is small cap because these are all small cap stocks. Right? Does it answer your question, Hitesh? These are doing better than in index RSI. No, this is not RSI, sir. This is relative strength. So there are two different things. One RSI is relative strength index, which is a technical indicator, right? Used by a technical analyst. A relative strength is basically the strength vis-a-vis certain things. Okay, so the exercise that we have is again a very simple exercise. The reason why we are having this exercise is right to get used to these things. Powerful, very very powerful thing. A lot of strategies can be made on top of it. So these are strategies which you can do. All bullish stocks, stable stocks, value stocks, relative strength greater than this. You can mix and match various stock basket ticks, so on and so forth. So that covers pretty much on the technical strength.